Hello, my name is Simon and welcome to the Retro News Roundup. To start, how about this heartwarming tale of a museum in Derby recovering some paintings created in Dulux paint on the Amiga 500. Created by Richard McFarlane, who sadly passed away aged only 17 in 1991, they were recovered by a family member and shown in a gallery at Derby Computing Museum. Give me this over the Louvre any day, am I right? The Switch's eShop received a range of interesting remakes and ports last month, including Cubite Classics entry The Samurai Collection, the Neo Geo Pocket Color Selection Volume 2, Front Mission First Remake, and then two N64 games on its online service, namely Mario Parties 1 and 2. Then there were of course the inevitable Arcade Archive ports, with Itazura Tenshi, Barajuke, Metal Black and Galaxian landing on both the PS4 and Switch. Next, a new cartridge was released for the Evercade, the C64 collection. Thankfully, Nebulous isn't on it. Finally, a couple of multi-format releases for the Switch, PS4, Xbox One and Steam. Elevator Action returns, S Tribute, and the mightily impressive Atari 50, the Anniversary Celebration. If you're a fan of mini-consoles, you may be in luck, with Sega teasing that it is considering creating further tiny iterations of its popular hardware. On the digital survey included with the recently released Mega Drive Mini 2, players were asked what other miniature systems they would like to see in the future. Listen, I know it's not much, but did you want this section to be empty again? I thought not. Let's start with 6 new games for the Commodore 64. Submarine Warfare, Superchase Remix, Pieces 2, Avoid, Eye of the Beholder, and Santa's Workout 2. Next, 7 titles for the Amiga, with many of these created for the Blitz Basic Game Jam. Daredevil Dennis Remix, Blower, Ace Battle Over the Sea, Capacitor's Revenge, NEONnoir, Luma, and Chaos Arena. Then there were 8 new releases for the Amstrad CPC. Bewitch or Be Dead, Dire Dare, Penguin Attack, CPC Jewels, Druid and Droid, Morris.exe, Tiny Deathmatch, and Half Rest. Then there were 6 games completed for the ZX Spectrum. Castle Escape, Kolonos 3, Oh Mummy, Donum, Tenebra, and Shooter. Moving on, a pair of NES titles were released in November too, Minecart Madness and Raven's Gate. Then to round things off, Ghostly Manor haunted the MSX2 Plus, Magic and Legend Time Knights counted itself lucky to be on the Game Boy Color, and Paco Time Attack sprung towards the MSX. The first game for this section is Red 41, The Silent Death for the Amiga, with an alpha version of the game being made available online for everyone to download. Second was something not available for all, but it's still pretty neat. It's a deep dive from the Video Game History Foundation into the E3 1997 prototype of the unreleased Simcopter 64, a title for, you guessed it, the N64. 3 English language fan translations were completed last month. Goemon, Shin Sede Shumei on the PlayStation, Last Armageddon for the NES, and finally The Maid Fuku to Kikanju on the PS2. So yes, that's everything for this episode. In any case, what are your thoughts on the news in this instalment? Anything you're looking forward to playing in particular? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to also like, share, subscribe, and stay safe. Oh, and have a kickin' Christmas too.
If you don't want the hostage killed, you should keep quiet.